If you wish to achieve worthwhile things in your personal and career life, you must become a worthwhile person in your own self development. Happy Monday! So that was me reading today's postcard in the background. I love today's postcard, first of all, because it directly talks about what I am so passionate about. And if you follow me on social media, you'll see that I'm always talking about self love and self development. So I don't have a whole lot to say this week. Basically, that postcard is very cut and dry. You know, you want to make sure that when you are interacting with people and what you're putting out into the world is a worthwhile version of yourself, and that you're not just a waste of space. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're useful to people, just like we like to make sure that people are useful to us, right? So what I want you guys to do, which I'm also going to be working on myself, it's on my to-do list. So this postcard was actually perfect, once again, for what I was already working on. I want you guys to come up with a growth plan for yourself, okay? Just a growth plan for the rest of the year. I'm very excited to come up with mine. What a growth plan is you are going to create a specific plan and a set of goals to develop yourself. So that's both professional and personal. You know, because I do not believe that you can develop one without the other. I know some people like to focus on one thing at a time, or what they think is most important, or where they feel like they have an area of weakness. I think both need to be focused on simultaneously, because these are things that we do every day, right? We go to work, we come home. We're this way at work, we're different when we come home. So it's the same thing every day, right? Um, your growth plan can be, it can consist of whatever you want it to consist of, whatever your area of focus is. So, you know, it could be like me personally, I try to read one chapter out of one of the self-help books that I'm reading every day, along with my Bible study plan. Okay. So that's both personal and professional development, because the self-help books that I read, sometimes they're business and sometimes they're personal. The one that I happen to be reading right now is business primarily, and then I have another book that I'm trying to finish up, and that one's kind of both business and personal. Okay. And your Bible obviously is personal. But that's just one example. One of yours might be you want to lose weight this year, so you might create a growth plan in regards to you eating better and healthier. You know, or I know a lot of people are becoming like pescatarians, vegetarians, vegan. That might be like a major goal for you. So you might want to include that in your growth plan. You feel like that's going to make you a better version of yourself and a better person, then that should directly be in your growth plan, right? So you should be doing things every day to work towards that. Again, these are just examples. I don't know what it is that you guys want to focus on, but I'm just giving you some examples of what your growth plan would consist of. So, again, if you want to make sure that you are feeding yourself knowledge on the daily, in a certain category of what you're trying to do. Another popular thing, a lot of people tend to be into fashion, so they start their own boutiques, their own clothing lines. Then that means in your growth plan, if you say, hey, you know what, I really want to become more educated in that field, that means that every day, every week, every month, and throughout the year, you need to be setting some type of a goal for yourself every day. Like, I'm going to read one article in regards to, or a trade journal in regards to that particular career field that I'm trying to go into. Or you might say 5 articles a week, or you might, you might say 1 book a month in regards to that. Whatever it is, whatever you feel like is going to contribute to you being a better version of yourself and growing as a person and transforming yourself as a person, then it needs to be involved in what you're doing on the daily basis. So I'm super excited for you guys to work on that this week. I'm super excited to start on that myself, because as you all know, my book launch is happening this Saturday. And then after that, I'm going to get ready to move to the West Coast. And obviously, that is a completely different part of the country than I live in now. It's completely different from Detroit. So I have to definitely come up with a growth plan for myself so that I can kind of set myself up for who I want to be while I'm in that environment. And it has to definitely be a better version of myself than who I am right now, right? Because Misha in Detroit is probably going to be different than Misha in San Diego. We tend to have to adapt, to our environments. And also that also gives me reminds me of something. I did extend the deadline to purchase tickets to the book launch. So if you are local, then you are able to buy a ticket through April 7th, 11:59 p.m. If you do want to make the book launch, it is going to be awesome. It's going to be a great opportunity, great experience, the Littest Day party of spring 2017, as I've been telling everybody. So, and also obviously a definite opportunity to see me before I leave, because again, I'll be leaving some right after that, basically. So I hope to see you there if you can make it, and if not, then definitely get the book. It's definitely, you know, something that you do need to have in your arsenal. So you guys have a great week. Stay ambitious, stay motivated, and we're going to be working on those growth plans, right? All right.